Hello everyone, my name is Vasu Deshpande from Easylib Software Private Limited. Today is 16th April 2021 and today I am going to give an overview of requisitions and acquisitions module in Easylib 6.4a web. So as you see here, this is your library web page. So any of your students can log into your library site by using the specified URL. Okay, here in this case it's demo.easylib.net that I am using as the reference site. So each of your student has a individual login ID and password. Each of your staff, professors and faculty also have. So let me log in as one of the students. I say click. So now I added this, I logged in. So basic details about myself are displayed over here. So now I want to request a few books to be purchased. So I can go over here, books requested. So these are the books that I have already requested. So let's say I want to request a new book. Okay, so I'll put one particular number. So in the next version, it's also going to take it automatically. Okay, so here I'll put, let's say item type is a book, and let's say the title of the book is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and this is written by Stephen R. Covey, and this is the request date, language is English, and call number and other details if I know I can put over here. Okay, otherwise I can just leave everything as blank. So now I'll say add over here. So now I added this particular book over here, and let's say I want to add one more book, so I can go here, and this time I will write it as these are a couple of favorite books of mine. So this one is How to Win this book has an interesting history. Dale Carnegie wrote this book after years of research in US back in 1936, I believe. So this is one of the best sellers. So let's say I want to add this. I want my library to procure this book. So I add all those details and again say I add here. So now the two books are added. So as a student, I have added these two books. So again, when I click on my name, and I go here and see what are the books that I have requested, I should see the two books that are added over here. Okay, so looks like I requested this book earlier also. Anyway, so today I requested these two books. Okay, so now what I would do is I would log out from my ID. So like this, each of the student, faculty and your professors and departments can request for books. Now let me log in as a library staff. Okay, so I will go log in here. Let's say I'm logging in as a library staff here. So let me close this other window. So now I'm logged in as a library staff. Tribute to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, the father of library science in India. So this is the home page for your library that you are seeing. So now I click on menu. Here the very first model that I see is acquisitions. In some cases it may be called as requisitions and acquisitions, and it may be little lower. So as a library staff, I can go and see which of the books have been requested by people. I can simply put click on list. I can see the entire list of books that are requested, or I can choose a department and then see, or I can even see what are the books requested by a specific student. Okay, so there's 006, right? He has requested all these books over here. Okay, so now what you would do is, as per the purchasing cycle, so your staff and students request the books, you review them, and you create something called RFP, that is a request for proposal or request for quotations. The workflow in your organizations may be slightly varying, but in Easylib at this moment this is the workflow provided, wherein the staff and students will create a request for a book and you create a request for quotation or request for a proposal. So let me go here, request for proposal. So here I have to create a new request for proposal that as the librarian I will send to different vendors to get their prices. So let me call this as RFP 2021-03. Okay, because I already created two previous 10102, so I'll use 03. So this is, I'll say, nothing specific to, it's not specific to one department, so I'll put general department. This is placed on so and so date, expected receive date, and this I would say um, RFP, third RFP for purchase of general books at the library. Okay, so now I'll say add. So now this particular RFP is added. So you can see there are quite a few other RFPs also created over here. Okay, so the one that we created also will be listed here, RFP 2021-03, right? So you can see over here 03. All right. So now what I need to do is I need to send this RFP to vendors after adding the books that I want to purchase as a part of this request for proposal. So I would go here. I have two options here. I can go to items requested list, and let's see 006 has requested these all books, right? So I'll choose these two items that he has requested to be purchased. So I'll say add to RFP, move selected items to RFP. So now which RFP it is asking? So I have to choose the RFP that I want. So 2021-03 RFP. Okay, so I will say save it. It's already there, so if I want a modification I can do, or simply I'll add these two items to the RFP. So now these two added to the request for proposal. So now when I go over here, the request for a proposal, I can see the list RFP. I can see the right. So this particular RFP is already out there. So what I would do is I would need to see what all books I have added to this particular RFP. So let me just copy this RFP number. So here what I call RFP line. So when you go to this screen, and I can choose this RFP number. This RFP has got two books that are added because in this particular screen, right, when I went to the, I think I clicked on something else. So anyway, so when I went to this requested items list, right, I added two items from here into the request for proposal 003, 2021-03. So let me go here and add a few more items here. So what I would do is I'll choose the same RFP. So quite a few, two books are there. So let's say I want to add a few more items to this. So here is a whole bunch of requests. There are total 4,100 items requested from different departments. So you can search by title, author, quantity, or if you want to add it by department, right, you are better off going to this particular RFP items requested list and add from here. Okay, because here you can see by the department which of the books are requested and you can add them over there. So let me go back here. So just for the purpose of testing, right, so I'll go to the same RFP. Okay, already there are two books, so I will go ahead and add another three more books here. Simply three books I am adding. So I say add these items to the RFP. So now if you see, there are total 5 items as a part of this request for proposal. So the next step is you have this RFP, you need to send it to vendors, and the vendors will give you the price. Let's see how Easylib is going to help you in that front. So let me go here. I need to send to the vendors, correct? So I need to do something called what is the RFP vendor assignment. Okay, so now I need to assign RFP 2021-03 to some of the vendors, because you know here you have got already 40 vendors. You may or may not want to send to everybody. So if you want to send to only a few of them, you can say add new RFP and choose vendor. Let's say I want to add it to UBS. Okay, automatically the vendor number will come here. Okay, I was just testing whether it's picking up the numbers or not. Okay, good. So here, okay, so RFP 2021-03, this is the one. So now here you would want to give a specific password to each RFP because you don't want the vendors to guess and see what all is being part of this RFP 2021-04, 05, 06, right? So you want to specifically give a password for each of the RFP. Okay, so now let me give a simple password RFP1234 I am going to give for this. So now UBS I have added. So now let me add one more. So this time I'll choose IBH. Okay. So IBH here again I will choose here the same RFP, right? For simplicity purpose, let me keep the same password. So I say definitely encourage that you use different passwords. So next I'll add CBS. So same one, and I'll put RFP 1234. So let's see why this. Oh, okay. Sorry, came right. So same. So now added. Let me add one more. Okay, Swapna. Let me add Swapna Book House. Okay, so added these four vendors here. IBH, CBS, UBS and Swapna. So I need to give each of these vendors ability to log into the RFP, right? So what I would do is I'll go to menu. So here I need to go to the library setup, or in some cases it can be called a simply setup. Let me go to the vendors. Okay, so there are vendors here. So now I wanted to see UBS, right? So UBS publishers. So go modify. Make sure that you have all the basic details. The basic details should be their email ID, contact email, and vendor password should be entered. Okay, so you want to do this for everybody actually, including let's say Swapna I may not have created. So let me go to Swapna. Okay, there is Swapna Book House. I say modify, and this is Swapna. For simplicity purpose, I'll let me create it as Swapna dot at easylib.net. Now I'll say modify. Okay, all right. So now four vendors, we have given the password for each of them. So now let me open another window and log in as a vendor. So what I'll do is I'll go to Safari. Okay, this is a separate browser. You ask the vendor to log into demo.easylib.net or whatever is your library site. So they will see the screen. So when they click on login, right, they'll see an option to log in as vendor. So now vendor. So let me first start as IBH at easylib.net and the password I have given to them. Okay, so this is IBH magazine service and all that. RFP details. So which of the RFPs are assigned to them? So you can see RFP 10, RFP 2101, 2103, these three are assigned. So now they would want to enter the prices. So they can go here, quotation entry. So let me pick up now this one. So in order to proceed, see what are the items, they need to enter the code password. Okay, so if you remember, we gave the password as RFP1234, right? So now let me click on this. So as a part of this, we have added 5 books, so all the 5 have come here. So now as I am logged in as a vendor, IBH magazine, right? So I want to give my quotation to the library. So I'll give it as IBH 2021-03. That's my quotation, and today I'm giving it, and the price is going to be all in rupees. So let's say item price, I'll put 1000, 10% discount, 1100, 10% discount. Okay, so I have put 5 items and the discount that I'm going to give. If I want, I can even put the comments like, the edition is different or whatever. So I'll say save. So as of now, the software works when the item being quoted is exactly the same as item requested. So now, as a vendor, IBH magazine, I have given the price. So now let me log out as IBH. So IBH has logged out. So now let's say UBS publishers, they log in. Okay. So again, they go here, they go to the vendor, and UBS at easylib.net, RFP 1234. Okay, let me see. UBS, right? I don't remember what was it. Let me log in as Swapna. Login as a vendor. UBS. Oh, sorry, I am putting the wrong password. This is the password. Okay, so now I log in as here is going to be so and so. So now I need to give the, if I try to save, it wouldn't save because it asks the expected quotation number. So this is UBS, right? Let's say UBS gives the quotation number as UBS 2021-03, all right. So this one, then currency is rupee and says C. So now they have given the quotation here. Now let's say Swapna also gives the quotation. So let me log in as Swapna now. So log in, the vendor. So, this is all done by vendor. The librarian doesn't have to do all this because, you just call vendor and the distributor and tell that this is your URL where you need to log in. And once you go there, okay, so let's say demo.easylib.net is the URL you should go. Then the next step for is click on login on the right corner, top right, and login as vendor, and then put your email ID and password that we have assigned to you. So now Swapna has logged in here. Okay, so now let's say here the price is, I'll begin with 1700 series and 20% discount just for Swapna has logged in and given the prices. So all right, so now let me log out from Swapna. So now I go to the other window where I had logged in as a library staff. So now here again I go to equations module, and here and I go here. So this time what I would need to do is I want to see who all have given the quotation, correct? I can simply go to quotation entry and comparison. So the RFP number was this one. Okay, so 5 items, and suppose one of the vendor did not log in and they gave the price by email or they sent by post. Okay, so in that case what you can do, you can simply go here, choose this and give the quotation number that they have given. Same, this is almost similar to what they would have done when they had logged in. Here let's say the price is going to be 1800 and 25%, 1900 25%, 2000 25%, 2100 25%, 2200 25%. All right, so save the changes again. So now all right, so now you have got the different vendors you have given the quotation. So let me go back again and check. So 5 books in this. So let me click on quotation report. So now if you see here, right, there are total 4 vendors who have given the prices. So Abhishek, IBH, Sapna and UBS. If you remember, we had also added CBS. Why CBS is not showing? Because they have not given the quotation yet. If they have given, automatically it would have shown here. So now let me check all the 4 here. Okay, say compare quotations. So now look at this. So book number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and who is the author? vendor 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Abhishek Publications, IBH. So what is the price that each distributor has given? So the next step from here is you would award the things to that particular vendor. Okay. So far we covered a staff or a student requesting for a book, you creating a request for proposal, you sending to the vendors have input the price, and you did the quotation comparison. So for today we will stop here, and the subsequent steps of creating the purchasing order and giving to one of the vendors we will take it in the next video. Thank you.